Welcome to the Aro Benaiah Show. Today I'm joined by Connor Tyson, personal financial coach and the founder of Progressive Solution LLC, with over 22 years of experience as a financial advisor and a chartered financial consultant. Don't help people stop the tug of war with money, break free from debt, and gain clarity, control, and confidence over their finances. His mission is to empower others to live their best life by mastering money habits that truly work. Once again, it's a pleasure having you on the show,
Thank you,
Connor.
Aro. Good to have you, my man.
Before you actually start your journey towards financial consultants, how was it like growing up for you?
It was good. I mean, we had both my parents worked and they had corporate jobs. My father became his own business owner and he had more freedom and time with the family and things of that nature. My mother was a school teacher for 33 years. She taught biology to eighth graders. So she has a special
Wow.
place. Yeah, she has a special place in heaven for her. Yeah, and we didn't really need that much. We were healthy and happy, and it was good. It was a good environment to grow up in.
Wow, amazing. What job do you take up growing up?
I was a financial advisor. I knew there was something to this money thing as a young kid. Like it had a lot of energy around it, right? Like people were always stressed about it, and I was curious. So I took it upon myself to try to learn everything I could about money. I actually went to school and I got a degree in finance to learn everything about, interest rates, banking, real estate, how to start a business, all that stuff. Yeah, that's basically what I did for 22 years.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing and with a whole lot of depth of knowledge. So kind of your story starts with personal financial struggle. Can you share what those early challenge look like for you?
I had all the knowledge in the world, right? And I looked down, I was 22. I looked down and I had like 60 something thousand dollars of debt. And I
Ouch.
realized it wasn't about the knowledge. Like you could have all the knowledge in the world, it's about the habits and behaviors,
Yeah.
right? Being able to do things that you want to do and have your money do what you want to do. So that's when the aha moment happened. I was like, oh, okay. It's not about knowledge. I had all the knowledge you could think of about money. Um, so that's what the triggering moment was. The struggle was just a death by a thousand cuts, right? It was not saying no to the guys on the weekends, going out, overspending, putting things on debt, not having a process with money, having all the ideas of what I wanted to do, but never getting around to it. Yeah. So that was basically that in a nutshell. That's what my life looked like. It was scary. It was really scary. And I just had to start aligning myself with habits and behaviors that,
Wow,
yeah.
amazing. I think it's the fact that you just speak volume to having knowledge does not correlate with taking action. And the fact that you make reference of that just speak volume to a whole lot of persons have ideas today. They say, wow, I have this crazy idea, I have this crazy knowledge
Yep.
about this field. And it's as though sometimes it's cheap getting the ideas, but
Oh, yeah.
sometimes the big work is taking action
Yeah.
that
I actually did a seminar on idea to income, like
yeah,
how to actually get that over that thing. And fear has killed more businesses
yeah,
than anything, right? People don't get
so true.
started because they think of the negative right away, like why it
Yeah,
won't work, right? And if they actually they put more planning and thought into like a family vacation than they do the key to running their own business and living out what they really want to live.
amazing. How did your upbringing and seeing your parents uh do what they do with money shape your approach on finance today? Did they struggle? Did they get it right?
No,
How did
so
that
it's a
experience?
it's a good story. So my father was a high income earner, right? And he never had to like really save. He just kind of like spent money whenever he needed it. It was always there. Like he was the type of guy where he'd go on vacation, and if he didn't have it, he'd be like, "Ah, don't worry about it. We'll buy it down there." Right? And my mother came from a big Irish family, pass me downs, and she knew how to make a dollar out of like 50 cents, right? She knew how to save, and so you had these two worlds coming together. And since my father was a breadwinner, he was able to afford her a lifestyle that she couldn't think possible. So she slowly became a spender herself. And
Mm.
what happened was my father went independent, and during a recession in the economy, his business went bankrupt. And there was a lot of fighting about, like, I told you so, Joe, and all this stuff. And that's when I realized there was something to this money thing too, right? And it reinforced that idea. So I realized like the communication around money wasn't really there. They weren't on the same page, or they didn't have a process of getting where they wanted to go. So that was my earliest observations about money. My dad kind of lived on borrow, meaning like he would always thought he could out earn his bad behaviors. My mother was all about security and saving, and those two didn't mix very well, right? So you had to get one uniform plan, and why not do both, right? Like, so it's like, why not spend on the things that matter to us and then also save?
Amazing. What motivate you to transition from being a financial advisor into an industry to become a personal financial coach?
Good question. So I realized that no one was teaching this stuff. No one, no schools, no governments, no anything. And the financial industry, from the outside looking in, they basically sold people a lot of things that they didn't know how they really worked. They didn't give them the answer and the knowledge and the habits and behaviors to do it themselves, because they wanted them to be dependent upon them for the answer to sell them things. And they weren't really helping people. Like, it was like they were dealing with symptoms, not the disease, right? It was like little patches here and there, but
Yeah.
not never giving them like the foundation of how to be successful with money. So I took it upon myself. I said, why can't I be that solution? Right. And I liked teaching people. I liked motivating people. I liked public speaking. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I have all the knowledge, I have the experience. And I was like, why not transform people's lives? Like, really have an impact to change like generations, like change family trees of how they deal with money and rewrite their stories. So that was my initial thing, and it's been come through. It's better than any
Wow.
paycheck I've ever received.
Wow. Amazing. I think the way you actually even came up with the idea of doing panel, that of a personal finance coach just speak volume, because at one point I think I was discussing with a friend of mine the other day. I was saying some key ingredients in life are not being taught in school. When it comes to managing your money, how to manage and invest your money is not being taught in school, and also relationship is not being taught in school, and those are the key things when it comes
Yeah.
to life and death.
Well, think about it. I mean,
So,
it's like it's almost like politics. Like they
yeah,
don't want to have a well-informed, engaged populace,
yeah,
right? Because then there's accountability, and then there's like you wouldn't be a victim, or like a you wouldn't be dependent upon them.
yeah.
And that's what it comes down to, right? So the
Wow.
relationships, they want to have turmoil, right? And answers, and
Yeah,
like fighting to distract you from what's really going on. They don't want you to know about money, because then you wouldn't be dependent upon them. You'd be financially free, and you wouldn't need, you know, all that stuff. That's my
yeah,
belief.
yeah. Thank you. So you have to say finance is 90% habits and only 10% knowledge. Can
Yep.
you break it down to us?
Yep. So you can know all about investing. You can study it, you can know it, you could actually look at people do it. Did you actually open up an investment account? Did you put in your budget, your family money plan, $100 into saving? The behavior of that, actually doing it, and then following up and learning from it, right? Did you communicate? Did you, are there money fights? Is there stress? Are you talking about your goals and dreams? Are they vivid? Do you visit them on a regular interval? Um, there's so much that goes into it, but I look around and people get in a routine of the 9 to 5 job or whatever it is, and they just get stuck. They just on that treadmill, and they just accept it. They become a statistic, and they want to break free, but they don't know how and what to do, right? And it's like that cycle that goes on and on and on. So I wanted to break a lot of people out of it.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you. So what are the three key components you believe that are essential for financial success?
Clarity, meaning like refocus. Why people don't stop and ask this, like, why do you want to be financially free, right? So people say, like, I want to get out of debt or I want to be financially free. What does that mean to you? Like, it's not, you don't want to get out of debt or you don't want to be financial. What is it that you really want? I want to be able to travel and spend time with my family. Okay. Why? Why is that important? What you need to have a clarity as to what's going to motivate you. Like you can do this for 2 weeks, 2 months. Talk to me in 2 years. Are you still doing the things you need to do over time? Because if you don't have a clear foundation, clarity as to why you're starting this journey in the first place, you're not going to get very far, right? You'll fall off. It's like going to the gym, right? The people that go to the gym, I want to lose 5 pounds. Okay. What do you do after you lose the 5 pounds? Why are you continuing? You have to have a bigger reason. Like, I don't want to be like my uncle that died of a heart attack. I want to have more energy for my kids. I want to feel good about myself. The people that have that and visit that tend to go to the gym on a consistent basis and they communicate it to people around them. Same thing with money. Like there's like these ideas like, oh, financially free. Well, what does that mean to you? Right? So uh, it's kind of like try to use an analogy here. All right. So if I ask you, how do you do with the sight of blood, Aro? How do you do with the sight of blood? Are you okay with the sight
Type
of
of
blood?
what?
The sight of blood. Like when you see blood,
Oh,
are you okay
yeah.
with it? Does it freak you out?
No, it doesn't freak me out. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. If I asked a nurse the same question, they give the same answer, but they
Yeah.
mean two totally different things, right? This person is
Yeah.
seen in the emergency room, real blood. So, right? That's different. Those mean the same answer, that you say the same answer, but they mean two totally different
Yeah.
things. Same
Yeah.
thing with, I want to be financially free. What does that mean? Like, let's get real and deep with this. And when you get down to it, it gets down to principles and values of who you are and what means something to you and how you want to show up in life. It's very hard for people to change or go against their values and what
Yeah.
they truly believe makes them up, right? And if you can get to that, there's a
Yeah.
lot of things you'll overcome and fight through to get through it. So that's one. And then control. The second piece of it, you asked for three. So clarity.
Yeah.
The other piece of clarity is knowing where your money is. Like, what is it
Yeah.
doing? And then getting a sense of tracking it and telling it where to go. Being proactive, another behavior. Be proactive, not reactive, right? Like you can have an app and it tells you where your money went. Great. That already happened. How about you tell your money where to go? That way you make sure it goes where it wants. It's very obedient, right? It's a really good servant, not a very good master. Money. You got to
Yeah.
tell it what to
Yeah.
do. So clarity and then control. The control is the process of the knowledge and things you need to do, like with small businesses, like a cash flow operating system. Cash flow operating system. Like, where's the money going? Where does it need to go? What's the priority? Make sense? And
Yeah.
then confidence. The last one is confidence. People don't believe in themselves because they failed and given up. But once you start getting small wins, you have a lot of things that you want more of that. And then it's a cycle. And you start building out like a staircase. You're on mute.
Okay, sorry. Clarity, control, and then confidence. Clarity,
Confidence.
control, and confidence. Thanks for sharing that with us. And also, how do habit and accountability play a bigger role in success than traditional financial knowledge?
Great question. Let's use a practical example of it. Accountability. When you tell somebody you want to do something, but they don't check in on it, what's the consequences of that? Like you just feel a little like, okay,
Yeah,
I didn't do it. But when you are held accountable to doing something because you shared why you want to do it and what's the consequence of not doing it and the pain and the regret and shame, there's accountability to that, right? And
yeah,
making sure the frequency of checking in with somebody, like a financial coach,
yeah.
it increases the probability of getting things done. Like it's right now the end of the month. Did you actually do the budget? Did you actually plan out your money where it's going to go? You did? Great. Send it to me, right? Accountability,
Yeah,
right? It's just like anything else in life. Like, did you do your homework? Oh, yeah. You can say yes, but did you do it? Did you put effort into it? Can I look at it? Right? And then you're like, oh, I don't know. Right? So accountability is a big one. Follow through, just like anything in life. If you don't follow
yeah,
through, why? It goes back to that clarity of why, right? If you, the reason why people don't follow through things is that they don't have clarity as to why they're doing it in the first place. It's just something I need to do. Everybody tells me I need to save. Okay. And sooner or later
yeah,
that loses its effect,
yeah,
right? I want to spend things now on shiny objects. Why would I sacrifice that for something that I can't get for maybe a couple years? What is that about? Right? And that's that gap.
yeah. So true. I think clarity really plays a whole lot of things because the idea of just saving alone does not make sense if you don't have clarity of what is it you're actually more like saving for.
Yeah.
What is the idea behind saving? Or else you will end up saving and one day just end up ditching your hands into it and spend everything.
Yeah.
And the
It's
purpose of it is already forfeited.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't have delayed gratification. Everything's instant,
Yeah.
right? Like these things have changed everything. Everything's instant. These phones are just like, okay, boom.
Yeah.
I want, I hit a button and it happens, right?
Yeah.
I want to know something, I just search it. Boom. I don't have to
Yeah.
put any time or effort into anything. So it's like, what's the last time you actually really worked towards something over a long period of time, put in some sacrifice and gotten the reward? Things that are really worthwhile in life, people work towards. And
Yeah.
marriage, it's tough,
Yeah.
right? Do you give up? No. You learn, right? You work, you change. You change as a person because of the habits and the things that you've learned along that journey, right? Or you can sit down with somebody that has a successful marriage and be like, what do you do? How do you do this? Oh, let me show you. I learned this, and this, and saves me a bunch of time and misery. If I do what they did, I'll probably get the same results. So I'll get what they
Yeah.
got. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So, what is the one thing that someone listening to us today can do to improve their financial situation?
Be proactive. Don't don't wait for things to happen. Make them happen. Meaning, get some clarity as to look at your income and expenses, and then find out what is your needs and wants. What are your basic needs? Make sure those covered. Food, utilities, lights, medicine, transportation, right? Shelter. Okay.
Yeah.
And then everything above and beyond that is a want. Prioritize those wants. And if you really want it, great. Everybody talks about save or cutting. How about earning? Create it. Make it happen. Like, oh, I'm $800 short. What can I do to make $800? I have 30 days in the month. Great. Let's brainstorm some ideas. And like I said before, fear kills more dreams than anything. People automatically go, "Oh, that's impossible. I can't do that." But
Yeah.
how about no judgment? Just see what sticks. Like, what could I do? I could clean windows. I could clean garbage cans. I could deliver food. I could, right? No judgment. I could walk people's dogs, whatever it is. And
Yeah.
then if
Thank you
you
so much.
really wanted to,
Yeah. You were saying something.
yeah, just create what you want. Like make it happen. Like there's scarcity and there's abundance.
Yeah.
Scarcity is like, okay, what do I have to give up? What do I need to cut? What do I need to stop spending on? Abundance is growth. All right, I'm at this income level. I need to be at this income level to create the life I want. What do I need to do to make that happen? And then do it
Yeah.
and share it with somebody. And don't give
Yeah.
up. Do not give
Being
up.
proactive.
Be proactive and
Yeah.
make it happen. Don't be a victim. Be a creator.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you for that, Connor. So, how can people recognize the inner tug of war they might be having with money?
Oh, well, lack of confidence, fighting, guilt, shame, remorse, frustration. They say things like, how does anybody afford to live here? Right? It's not like here is the problem, right? Or
Yeah.
like I make pretty good money. Where does it all go? Like I make pretty good money. Where does it all go? Right? Like I should be I'm smart enough. I should be able to figure this out, right? Those are the things they say to themselves. And it's like they don't it's very hard because it's like pride stops them from doing something about it. Like they should figure it out. And shame and guilt and all that stuff makes them trapped in that idea, right? Because it's like then you have to admit you're wrong. That's tough to surrender and say, listen, I'm a mess. I'm not getting the things I need. I need help. And the funny thing about human nature is like you're willing to help people. If people ask you for help, you're like, yeah, thank you. It makes you feel good for helping them. And you'd actually do whatever you want. And it also has that aspect of accountability. So, yeah,
Yeah, thank you. So, when it comes to budgeting, how can someone make it simple and sustainable?
easy. Start with income minus your expenses. Give every dollar a job. Every
Mm.
dollar. Give it a job. What is it doing? And hopefully it's leading to your why. How do you want to show up in your life? All money is a tool. That's
Yeah.
all it is. What does it represent? Work and time, right? I mow your lawn, takes me 2 hours, you pay me $100. That $100 is 2 hours of sweat off my own brow. And you could do whatever you wanted to do during those 2 hours, like a podcast, right? So the more you have, the more freedom, which is time, to do what you want to do when you want to do it. So once you equate those things, it's like, okay, you start with income, you then go to the expenses, real easy, three buckets, right? It's called zero-based budgeting. You want to get a zero. So you start with income, you minus the expenses, and you have a zero. You've given every dollar a job, and then you have to track it. Is it actually doing what you told it to do? That's the easiest, simple thing, and it would have the biggest impact on people's lives. And actually being like, you ever hear the grass is always greener on the other side?
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
That guy takes care. That guy
Take
takes
care
care
of,
of his
yeah.
lawn. It's true.
So true.
It's true,
So true.
right? And it's like, when do
Yeah.
you fix your roof? When it's sunny out, not when it's raining.
Yeah.
So that's being proactive. Like, get involved, and those things you focus on grow. You focus on negativity and be around negative people, you'll start noticing more negative things in your life. When you're
Yeah.
positive and around positive people, spirituality, and all of a sudden things are nicer and it's good and later, right? Same thing with money. If you focus on it and tell it what to do and drive it where you want it to go, chances are things will work. Now, will life happen? Yes. Will you be able to deal with it? Yes. And that's the biggest thing. It's a
Yeah,
mindset
thank you.
shift. It's all
Yeah,
about
thank you.
mindset.
Can you actually share stories of a client transformation that really stand out for you?
Oh, I've had a lot. So I had a single woman. She was about 35 in a job. She had about $50,000 of debt.
Ouch.
Overwhelmed with like frustrated, right? She was very smart. She had made good income, but no one really taught her about money, how it works, how simple it could be. And within a year, I helped her get out of debt. She was proactive. She had a budget. She hadn't gone on vacation for 4 years. She hasn't been anywhere 4 years. She was always paying the bills. And then she had excess money. She saved proactively. And now, right now, she's in Italy on a trip for 10 days, right? Your mic's not working, but that's a transformation from somebody that was like scared, feeling hopeless, frustrated, embarrassed, shameful. Like I do pretty good money wise, but I don't have anything to show for it. That's another thing they say,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
I don't have anything to show for it. All my work, I have nothing to show for it. That's a big symptom, right? And like if you have debt, it's a symptom of a bigger disease. You need to cure the disease. It's not the symptoms. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, thank you so
transformation.
much.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So you paid off your $60,000 in
Yep.
just 15 months.
Yep.
What were the key steps that made that possible?
Saying no. Saying no to myself, saying no to others around me unapologetically with a purpose, right? You ever some of the people like some of the worst people to hang around with are people that are saving towards things like a wedding, right? Because they're no fun.
Ooh.
They're no fun, right? They're like, come on, let's go out. You're like, no, 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 I'm saving. I'm saving for school. I'm saving for a wedding. I'm saving for a house. You're like, oh, come on, man, right? Why is it that they're like, they have a bigger purpose? They know why they're doing it and what's at the end of the
Yeah.
rainbow. So unapologetically, they have no problem telling you, no, sorry, Aro, can't go out tonight to dinner for drinks. Not doing it. I got to save for this thing. And you're like, all right, good for you. And you just go on your own little way and they get what they want. And you're just like, well, okay. Right. So that is, that was the biggest change. Right. And then looking to other people that were successful. Like, what is it like? Not the knowledge. What is it they're doing? Right? What is the action and the behavior that they're exhibiting that that I'm not? And it came down to those three things: clarity, control. They knew what to do and to make sure
Control.
they did, and then they had the confidence in their decisions. They had focus and clarity. They could say it to other people. They knew where their money was, why it was there, and what was the purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for that, Connor. So how can people reset their finance? How important is mindset when it comes to financial freedom?
I think the biggest thing is like no longer willing to accept where you are. A lot
Mm.
of people are
No
willing
longer.
to accept this is just the way it is, right? Think about that.
Yeah.
Like they just are not willing to do what it is, right? And it comes down to a lot of things in life, but like if you think about money, it touches almost every other aspect of your life.
Yeah.
It affects your relationships, it affects your health, your stress, your personal development. Like what's on the scale, right? Why would you not do it? Not why you would do it, but why wouldn't you do it, right? It's like, what do you have
Yeah.
to lose? You only go around once. So you might as well throw everything you have at it. Because if you actually get it, you can change everything around you. Everything.
Amazing. So how can my audience break away from this fear? There's a whole lot of fear when it comes to financial, going all out, doing things on your own, saving and everything. And the fear, it's really 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 a big thing. And how can they actually more like the feel shame around money and want to actually break the cycle? How can they break out of the cycle?
It has to get personal. It has to be emotional. If you think about the word emotion, it has the word motion in it.
Yeah.
It helps you take action
Yeah, it's
on a
actions.
deeper
Yeah.
level. You have to get deep as to why you're going to get off the couch and do this. And if you need help developing that, I help hundreds of people do this,
Yes.
where that is the difference. Like a real clear why is probably the number one factor I've seen in determining success or no success of what that is. And
All right. So,
it's not, I want to be debt free. It's not that. That's not what you want. What is it you really want? Because debt is just a symptom of something bigger.
yeah,
Yep.
so true. Thank you for that. So, how can financial coaching help someone who already think they know about money?
Just prove it to me. Right? Like, it's not up to me. If it's like, okay, I know people that make $600,000 a year
Yeah.
and they're broke.
Hmm.
They spend 660,000. It doesn't make any
Ooh,
sense, right? It's not about the
it
money.
doesn't.
It's not about the money. People think, oh, if I make this amount, I'll get this. Nope, because your habits and behavior hasn't changed. You're making 60 and you're spending 66. So if I gave you 600, you'd probably spend 660. It's the same ratio
Yeah.
of what that is. Would you have
Wow.
nicer things? Sure, but it'd be, the same stuff. You would just have it
Yeah.
with like, oh, I have a membership here, I have two nice cars, I have that. And it's like, okay. And I see it all the time. So the biggest thing is why, really clear, and no longer accepting it and doing it, like actually getting help, because you're not going to figure this out on your own. The whole system is built against you in
Yeah.
that, like, you would have figured it out by now. You're pretty smart. So is everybody else. You're not, right? And it's not a lack of passion. It's not wanting to do it. That's not the missing ingredient. A lot of people want that. And the other thing too is knowledge. It's pretty simple. Like if you asked anybody in your audience listening right now, how do you become wealthy? They'd probably give you the five same answers,
Yeah.
right? You know it. I know it. Everybody else knows it. Why isn't it not happening? It's the habits and behaviors and the follow through and accountability of that, right? Spend less than I make, avoid debt, save, give, right? Communication. Yep, we know that. So it's not knowledge, is it? Action.
Amazing. I think if what is your more like your vision for what you do now, and what legacy do you look forward to leaving behind after your work?
Yeah. So the vision is that I actually can help people break free from believing that they're stuck. And then leave the legacy is that I change the trajectory of people's families. The whole trajectory of what that is. They're no longer willing to accept status quo, and then it gets contagious. I want them to become the person that people turn to for money advice.
Mm.
That's what I want.
Oh, amazing. It really be an amazing moment. I think it's the fact that I think from every point you have made reference of today, it just shows that uh financial knowledge is beyond knowledge. And yeah, far, far beyond it. It's even more like
Way beyond it.
10% of knowledge and 90% of actions.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I think from your point, I could still look all out and discover that a whole lot of persons who are not that knowledgeable when it comes to finance, they are getting it so well, and those who has a lot of degrees and everything, they are still struggling, trying to make ends meet. And I think that was the first lesson I learned when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, because it
Yeah,
I think when I was reading that particular book, I was like, wow, amazing. Why did this man have a lot of degrees and still he couldn't actually make ends meet
yeah,
perfectly? Compare.
yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So where can my audience reach out to you, connect with
Yeah, so
you,
my
and do
my
business with you?
website is the best way. It's www.progress. You want to make progress. FC, which means financial coaching, progressfc.com. You can, everybody gets a free consultation. It's just a conversation. Talk about where you are, where you want to go, what you're struggling with, and see if I can help you. Right? And that's, you know, that's the beginning. Start with that. See if you take action on that.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Definitely, I'm going to include that on the show notes.
Please do.
So if you are going to leave my audience with a final word in respect of financial freedom, what is it going to be like?
It's a journey, not a destination.
Hmm. It's a journey, not a destination. And I just remember the particular quote you left us with earlier on that, yeah, the ground look always green at the other side.
Yeah, the
Uh,
grass is always greener on the other side. Why?
I, and also, there's a particular song from this end of mine that speaks volume to that. He said, the ground look green from the other side. That is what I thought before I realized. He said, when he come to realize, discover that there was nothing but sand, but it was the work that people actually put into it that
Yeah,
actually make it green.
yeah, he
And
fertilized it. Yep.
yeah, thank
He
you
made
so
it
much.
rich
So,
soil.
yeah, Connor, thank you for sharing your stories and powerful insights on how to master personal finance. For those who want to take the next step, you can
Yeah,
book a
reach out.
free 45 minutes financial coaching strategy call with Canon at calendary.com/progress uh, or hyphen financial coaching slash assessment. Money doesn't have to be a tug of war with clarity, habits, and accountability. You can truly win with money. Once
Yep.
again, it's really a pleasure having you on the show.
I don't know. Thank you very much, my man.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your story.